If you were to talk to anybody in Donald Trump's inner circle, whether it's the campaign, whether it's just his allies and friends, they're going to tell you, and conservative media tells you this, that those criminal convictions against him, 34 felony counts, are super great for his campaign, right? He's doing awesome. He raised $300 million, has wiped out the cash advantage that the Democrats had over him. Things are going great for Donald Trump. But if you venture outside that bubble, which Politico actually did, speaking to real Republican advisors and strategists across the country, they're not as optimistic as Donald Trump and his allies are. In fact, these Republican operatives, Republican insiders, told Politico that they're basically freaking out at this point because they're looking at the polls and they realize that Donald Trump has a horrific problem with voters heading into this year's election. And it's a problem with voters that they fear is going to trickle down across the ballot. Here's what a few of them said. This is from Tom McCabe, the chairman of the Mahoning County, Ohio Republican Party. He said this: "This election is going to be decided on the margins, and short term, his conviction is hurting him in the polling." A memo from James Bopp Jr., an Indiana-based lawyer who advises National Right to Life, said this: "Trump got 78% of the Republican primary vote and Haley got 22%. Now, there's very good reason to think that 10 to 12% of that vote were Democrats, leaving 10% of Republicans not convinced to support Trump. This makes the general election very dicey." So, to put that in a little more perspective, yes, Nikki Haley is still overperforming in primaries that are still happening, even though she dropped out, back in like April or March. She's still pulling in 15 to 20% of the vote. And even if you say half of those people are Democrats who crossed over to vote for her, well, you still have a sizable chunk of actual Republicans who aren't voting for Trump. And yeah, that's still a massive problem. And for the record, that was happening even before Donald Trump got the criminal convictions against him. Then another one, Arizona Republican strategist Barrett Marson says Republicans have a ton of down-ballot problems, not the least of which is on abortion. So it's not just Trump. We also have problems because we have hugely unpopular policies. And on other issues, we have no policies at all. We got nothing. So we can either run on the horrible things we've done that voters hate and have rejected us at the ballot box for, or we run on nothing. And we've got the felon. So yeah, problems across the board according to these Republicans who are, again, outside of Trump's alternative reality bubble. So yeah, these people are paying attention. They are looking at these polls and they realize we've got problems and we don't know how to solve them. So when you add all that together, it certainly would look like on paper, Republicans could be facing impending doom this coming November. We've got economics indicators that are all ticking back up in a good way for President Biden. Israel-Gaza has, of course, hurt him tremendously with younger voters. However, a new poll out on Monday shows that he holds a 23-point lead among those same young voters over Donald Trump. So even though those voters say that the Israel-Gaza war is something that they take seriously, they do not like Biden's stance on it, they still are supporting him over Donald Trump. So indicators are going up for Biden. Indicators are going down for Donald Trump and the other down-ballot Republicans right now. Heading into Thursday's debate, now that could change things. It could be the final blow to Donald Trump's campaign if Biden delivers a strong performance, or it could bring the playing field back to level and Biden would have to do something to regain the trust of the voters if he screws up. We know what Trump's going to do. Trump's going to be wild and crazy and stupid. So Biden either has to do great to finish off the campaign, or if he does bad, it's going to benefit Trump. The only one whose performance is going to matter is Biden, unfortunately. So if he does good, we're in good shape because all of the other indicators are looking up for him. But if he does bad, I don't know. We might be back to that horse race status, and maybe these Republicans could get a good night's sleep. I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. Hey everybody, I don't know if you've noticed this, but we are closing in on a pretty major milestone here at Fair and Balanced as we approach 500,000 subscribers. But we're not there yet, and we definitely need your support. So if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, like and comment on the videos and share them as widely as possible.